For a guy who directed a Star Wars movie, could have expected a bit more.
Bruh.
Hello people, welcome back to the channel. This is Ben Portal, and today I will be doing a film review on The Creator. Now, I originally had no intention of seeing this movie. I was originally going to see Saw X, which I will see eventually, and I will probably post a review of also. I ended up going to see The Creator, directed by Gareth Edwards, who also directed Rogue One, which I like enough. I only saw it once, but I did enjoy that watch. So, now having seen it, I can safely say, for the most part, not really my thing. Even if it's not entirely, like, boring. That's basically my main thought on the movie. Boring. So the film centers around, like, way in the future where AI has basically taken over. Pretty ironic seeing how AI is becoming somewhat useful in our lives. And this one guy learns of a weapon that could help, like, eliminate this for good. And when he comes across the weapon, it reveals to be an AI growing child. And so instead of killing it, naturally, as these movies go, he behind his allies' back, he looks after it. And I think looks for another way to, like, help get rid of the AI army. So I knew almost nothing going into this. I think I saw the trailer once, and I obviously saw the poster for this. I didn't look at the cast list. The only cast member I actually recognized was Gemma Chan, though that might be because maybe Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'll have to check if she was in that. So I just went into this because I figured, might give it a chance, hope I like it. And it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. There were definitely moments that I liked. I liked some of the action which had, like, inventive choreography with the stunts, and the visual effects with particularly the robots were really impressive. They clearly used their budget well. I don't know what the budget is, but they clearly used the budget well on the CGI here. And I also liked the ending, which I won't spoil, but it was definitely impactful. And the kid AI was actually pretty funny. Like, I didn't expect going into this movie, like, laughing a ton. Like, even from the very beginning, before we met the kid, I was just sitting here kind of thinking, yeah, well, okay, I guess that's okay. Go get this over with. Alright. But the kid was not only pretty likable, but was also had some good laughs, and he was before going into this movie, I thought the kid was a boy. So I was a dumbass for that. And I liked the kid, and the chemistry with this I think his name was John. I don't know who he was played by, but chemistry with the main guy was believable enough. But I think that's about all I can really say at the moment in terms of positive stuff. Something that really got on my nerves with this film was the pacing. It felt like it was taking forever to get to the interesting stuff. Like, the opening was somewhat intriguing, and so was the ending, like I said, and so was the action, but before we even get to those moments, I just kind of checked out. I was just watching it, still paying attention, but I just wanted to get back to them, like, running away, shooting some robots, and sometimes I didn't exactly get that. Once in a while, that could be a clever joke, like with the AI child, but for the most part, I just got kind of bored. And at one point, I thought I was gonna fall asleep. Like, the session I went to was at, I think, 3:30 p.m. And I'm always awake during that time. Think about that. But, yeah, so the pacing was pretty slow, which is ironic because at some point around the third act, so many things were rushed. Like, oh, they ended up at this location. They ended up seeing this person. The main guy ended up having a new hairdo or something. All of which in the span of, 5 minutes? I was just thinking, wait, we're here already? Wait, you're doing this now? What? How are you? What? So, that was odd. And the pacing was especially frustrating for a almost 2.5-hour movie. There have been movies this year that have definitely felt long, but I could still enjoy. Like Oppenheimer's just one example. But sometimes the pacing can work so well that you might not even notice that a film is going on for this long or for this short. Like, take for example a short movie like the Super Mario Brothers movie. I was having such a good time that I didn't even realize that I had already sit through 89 minutes. It felt longer, and that ended up being one of my favorites of the year. And another example is with the Mission Impossible movie that came out, Dead Reckoning Part 1. That is almost 3 hours, and it felt like 2. Just a normal 2 hours. Because it paced well with the action and the talking. And I know I'm getting off topic, but this is another unscripted video, which might actually be the case with these film reviews now. And with the creator, it didn't exactly work all that well. Though, I mean, the performances were pretty good, and I especially liked with the main leads, but I immediately forgotten the side characters. I forgot what they were even here for. I did like the transitions with text, so that was neat. But yeah, I just got kind of bored with this movie. Overall, I didn't find this bad. Like, it definitely had its moments, but the pacing, the runtime, the story even, I forgot to mention the story. Like, it felt like it had its familiar beats, even if there were a few things that surprised me, but then again, it might be because of that rushed bit I mentioned earlier. So yeah, performances were strong, story was not, effects were strong, the pacing was not, and some moments were strong, runtime was not, so it was a big mixed bag. I can definitely see why some people would get into this movie, especially for dystopian future type films, some of which I do like, but for the most part for this one, not exactly. So I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10 meh. Has its moments, but overall, I don't see myself coming back to this film. But what did you guys think of the creator if you've seen it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you dislike it? Did you just think it wasn't that good? Or are you like me and you're mixed in between? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious. Don't forget to follow my social medias if you want more of me. I am actually more active over there. And also, consider liking the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're brand new. A very small percentage of people that watch me are subscribed, so that's sad. And if you do subscribe, make sure to ring that bell to be notified on future videos. And if you disagree with me, feel free to roast me all you want, but sometimes the negative stuff makes me stronger. But that's about it, so until next time, have a good day, and I will see you next time.